Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure. Welcome back to the garage. Since you were last here, I've rattled through a few jobs in order to just advance my progress a little. And if we go over to the old toolbox here, you'll see that I've unlocked a few bits and pieces. So I have nimble hands, which you knew already. How you could not know that is beyond me. We've then got a discount in the shops, handy. I've unlocked, excellent, the ability to do minor repairs, which hasn't really turned up much so far, but I'm optimistic we'll be using that more in the future. And then my slightly improved repair chance and the ability to examine 3 parts when first time seeing a car. Now, I haven't actually seen that pay off yet, but, you know, I'm optimistic. Anyway, we're grinding through on our way up to the bit that really matters, which is the ability to have barn finds and auctions and basically get working on our own car instead of working on somebody else's. But in the meantime, we've got this lump that needs investigating. But I thought you might like to see a few of the jobs that I've done to get to this point, including the one that I just finished, which was a classic Dodge Charger that wouldn't start. So nice. You know, I used some clairvoyance to try and make that work. I tell you, it took half an hour to figure out that it was a spark plug. Went through absolutely everything. Anyway, watch this lot of jobs, and then come back, and we'll get to work on something new. Okie dokie, so this one has got a couple of problems. I mean, it's a, you know, it's a nasty little town car of some description. Fix all the suspension clunks and rattles, of which it's not telling me what the problems are. And then we've got a lot of running gear faults. So there's really only one way we can get to work on this, and that's take it for a burn around the test track. I mean, an expert drive around the expert test facility that is carefully calibrated so that, well, whatever, right? We're just going to rip this thing around the test track and we'll see what it turns up. There we go. Onwards. Feel the speed. Oh, yeah. There you go. Really giving it some. Yeah, it feels, I mean, you know, it's a bit wobbly, I'll give you that. Boy, easy. Don't worry about the bodywork. As long as it's over 70%, everybody's fine. I tried to take that just a little bit aggressively. There you go. Rattling along at 60 kilometers an hour. Really putting it through its pace. I'll tell you, it is definitely a little on the wobbly side. Hammer it over the suspension test there. I mean, it's not the quickest car you're ever going to come across to begin with, but we'll figure out what's making it unhappy. They are perfect. Okay, so tearing around at breakneck speed has revealed a few problems we've got there. Wheel hub bearings, front spring, sway bar here, rear spring, hub to bearing. Right, okay, let's whip wheels off. You get... No. Thank you. There's nothing wrong with the doors. We've established that already. Put her on the lifter. There we go. Up, please. Right then, wheels off. Right, now it said there was a problem with the hubs, so I'm going to whip the hub caps off initially, and then we'll see where we go from there. Steady on there. No, that's it. Alright, okay, you want me to take some more bits off first. Okay, right, well we can do that. No, take the caliper off. That's always a good place to start. Tally-ho. Right, all of this, take it apart. The good news is we've done quite a lot of this. What do you need me to take off first? There's the front wheel hub, look. It's right there. I need to take that off. Why don't we take off the knuckle? Oh, hold on, what's this bit in the middle? Right, and hub off. No, what's this red bit? Take the bearing. Ah, bearing. Ah, yeah. No, you know what? We'll take the hub off as well so we can give it a quick look. Well, evidently, this is rusted to hell and back. So let's get the rest of the bits off. I've got to get that up on the lifter. We'll take these tie rods off. Now the good news on a car that is as apparently new as, where have we gone here? No, that's not ideal. That is as largely in good condition as this one. Yeah, get it off. Is that the parts that are busted really do show up very nicely. Yeah, get this out as well. That's it. If we're seeing rust, we're taking it off. That's got to go up on the lifter and then the front steering knuckle. To be honest, I'm a little bit perplexed as to how the car could get into this kind of condition without other bits falling apart. But you know, such is the way of the beast. Yeah, and I'm going to take the sway bar off. Off you come. Oh, it's got to go up on the lift as well. Okay, fine. How's the other side look? I don't know. Let's whip that out. Oh, hold on. No, look, it's a mess. All right, get rid of it. Yeah, let's have the bearing out. So you might as well take the whole lot off. Now that's assuming that the problem here does lie with purely at the front of the vehicle. There may be issues elsewhere as well, but This one actually looks alright. So we need to get the sway bar off there. Let's go and have a look down the deep end here. Oh, hello, look at that. That's rotten. Get it out. Yeah. Anybody else looking for trouble? Shock absorbers have seen better days. Spring is fine. Alright, good. And then over this side, I don't know what the driver's been doing to this particular vehicle, but it's a right state. Yeah, yes. As you can see, I've become something of a dab hand when it comes to the removal of bits. Yeah, I'll have all of this. Come on. Yeah, and that. But my objective, after grinding through as much as possible, is to start to actually do up my own vehicles and make them look, well, you know, tremendous. Sell them for a couple of quid and work on some kind of prestige show car kind of an idea. Right, that's underneath. Rear knuckle housing. Now this one's got to come out as well. Come on. No, caliper first. Come on, man. You've done that often enough. There you go. Yeah, have some of this. Whiz those off. Whiz this off. Take that out. Take this off. Now, some of these will be absolutely fine, but I have long since learned that rather than try and second guess exactly what it is you should be removing, you're better off, by and large, just taking it all off and then working from there. Right. Okay. I forgot to take the hub off the front. That'll probably be helpful. The knuckle cover. Yes, there it is. Right, okay. Need to go up to the next dimension. Up, please. Yeah, see? Look at that. First time. I am now highly proficient at clicking somewhere very specific and yet oddly random in order to make that happen. I want to work on that. I'm going to take this off. Now, I'm going to take all of this lot over to the workbench after I've removed it and see if any of it can be beaten back into shape with a hammer. Now, the owner wants a minimum quality level of 72, which may be a little beyond my skills. But given that the alternative is just buying in replacements, there really is no harm to be had in you know, smacking them with a hammer a bit to see if we can't get a more positive result. Take this and that. Bonanza. Right, I think we've got everything off that needs to come off now. Right, there we go. And that bleeping you can hear in the background occasionally, that's jobs coming in. I am now heavily in demand. Anything? Oh, okay, we've got one or two. Brake calipers. Yes. Well, I don't really want to do brake calipers, if I'm honest. What else? Anything? No. The goal would be we find a part that is just short of the quality matrix, and then hit it with a hammer until it starts working again. But evidently not the case. Right. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Suspension parts. If we order by, which I think is the middle one, condition. Right, an inner tie rod, wheel hub bearing. Wheel hub bearing. Let's sort by name. No, by name. I don't know, it's trial and error. Let's get the front sway bar in. We can put that straight back on. Right, there we go. Go to main shop. Suspension. Front sway of the bar. Front F. F. Very good. Front sway bar. Right, good. Take it. Perfect. Right, I'm going to stick that straight on. Now, previously, I have endeavoured to buy all the parts and then stick them back on again, but I end up forgetting where I'm working. There you go. Stick that on. So I've adopted a system whereby I do one at a time, then sell the part off and move on to the next one. Front wheel hub. Okay, alright. Front wheel hub. Let's get one of those, and then we'll put as much of that back together as we can. Actually, front steering knuckle A and a front wheel hub. Let's get both those bits. Let's start with front. Front E? No. No. Calm down. There you go. Thank you. Front axle knuckle cover. No, that wasn't it, was it? Front what? Front wheel hub. There you go. I need one of those. And a front steering knuckle. I'm pretty sure it was A. Let's just double check. Front steering knuckle A. Right, okay. Front steering knuckle A. Because if you buy a part that you don't need, you don't use it, and that's it, and that's that. You're out of money, or rather, you're out the money. I want to work on that. Give me parting of the mount. Front steering knuckle A. There you go. Have that. Lower suspension. I won't replace those yet. Front knuckle cover. What else we got here? Front wheel hub. Oh, we can try it. Have we got a good? Yeah, we've got a good one. Because then, you see, also doing this, because rarely do you get the same parts broken on both sides. So you can just apply all the good bits you've got in one area. Start to slim down your inventory a little bit. Yeah, I want that. And this. Yeah. Yep. And that. That's the chick. Should we put a wheel back on? We could. No, it's not going to let me yet. All right, fine. I've got to put more in there. Now I don't think I've got a lower. Yeah, so lower suspension arms had it. So we're going to go and we're going to get another one of those. The other bits that it was using to put that together were the bushings, the rubbers. What was I looking for? Lower suspension thingamajiggle. That's it. One of these. Thank you. So slow and steady, that's the way to victory. Right, here we go. Smack this back in here. Yep. This. Need some more rubber bushings. In fact, I'm going to need 3 or 4 by the looks of it. We'll get 3. And hopefully that will be sufficient. Oh, no, that's supposed to be a B. There you go, rubber bushing. Yeah, terrific. They're not horrendously expensive, but I'm not in this for. I mean, you know, there's two objectives we got here. First, make some money. Second, get the experience. I'll almost pay money to get the experience at the moment, but yeah, smack all of that in. You know what I haven't been doing? I haven't been selling the parts that I have successfully fitted. In a tie rod. No, I've only got one and it's busted. Alright. What about the hub bearing there? Wheel hub bearings. Right, I'm going to need 3 of those. Let's go get them. Let's sell off some of the rubbish that we've got. I've already dealt with. I've dealt with you. Yep. And that one. What else have I slung back on? A couple of rubber bushings. We'll keep those in case we need them. What was I going here for? An inner tie mount. Tie inner thingamajig. I'll know it when I see it. That's it. Yeah, I did. As I'm sure is becoming pretty evident, I've done a few of these, and I'm starting to become a little more familiar with well, I wouldn't go as far as to say the intricacies, but certainly some of the peculiarities of working on this. Right, front shock absorber. Right, we need the absorber itself and the spring. Alright, well, first off, whoa, steady, where am I looking? Let's go take that one apart. Yep. Yes, please. So I need a shock absorber. Because that gizmo back there, that's just that's ripping it all apart. Right, shock. Front shock absorber. There we are. It won't be particularly specialist, this one, because the car's not particularly specialist. Right, hold on, you didn't get the spring. Oh no, Right. Okay. All right. Fine. It's okay. Plenty of time. No. No particular hurry. There we are. Front spring. Let's have one of those. That's the job. Now I know I need a rear spring as well, but I'm sticking to my one move at a time system here. Right. Front shock, front spring, and an absorber cap. Yep. We wait for this to do its thing. Grab the doodah, that's it, and then bang it back on. Alright, mount part. I want that, please. Yep. Bolt her in. Right. Job should be a good one on this side. Oh no, hold on. We're missing the sway bar front end link A in that way that we do. Yeah, and that. Yes. Right, you ready for the wheel? You're not ready for the wheel. What have I missed? What have I missed? I don't know. Alright, well, I guess we'll come back to it then. Alright, let's have a look over the other side. What are we working on here? Wheel bearings. Did I buy the bearing? Did I not put the wheel bearing inside? Part of me goes, you haven't done that yet. Suspension. Front wheel hub. And then the bearings in there. So, where are you? Front, no. Let's go for part mounts. Yeah, see, wheel hub bearing, and I haven't got any good ones. Right, okay, I need at least 3. Let's go get those from the computer. Jobs coming in all the time. I am in such high demand. Wheel hub bearing. Let's try hub. Wheel hub bearing. See, $12 to throw. I mean, you know, we ought to get more than that. And then we can just, you know, we can give them to Gavin and it'll keep him happy. Right. Look at this. That's really quite reflective. I ought to move that spotlight that's currently pointing in my face. Whoop. And in there. No. That's the one. Yes. Yeah, you in? You happy? Front drive axle C. Yeah, we can stick that in. Bolt sucker back on. Wheel on. Right, good. Excellent. Right, you do that one, and then this one, and then that one, and then this one. Pro skills. Right, good. That's now golden. Should probably do some, I don't know, jiggery-pokery testing or some such, but, you know, let's not bother. Right, okay, over on the other side, we've got a bearing to stick back in, and then the brake assembly to brake. Right, and part mount. Get the hub bearing back in. Smack all this together. I'm probably doing this in an order that would have a mechanic inhaling breath sharply, but I'm very much of the opinion that if it gets the job done, then the job is done. Right, there we are. Yeah, you all happy? Good. Right, let's put the drive axle back in. Yep. What are we missing? Oh, you're missing your sway bar front end version A. Right, mash it in. Excellent. Good. Right, that's the front of the car. Pretty much sorted. I may even take this back out to test track, you know, and see if it handles any differently. I think we'd all get a kick out of that, wouldn't we? But I don't care if you will or not. We're going to do it. Obviously, when I put the rest of the wheels back on the car. Right. I think that is the front end good to go. Let's go down the back end here. Right, now then, you were fine, but this is the joker of the bunch. Right, what do we got? You need a rear knuckle housing A. Okie dokie. You want it? You've got it. Rear. No? Well, knuckle is spelled like that. Right, rear knuckle housing. Rear, yes, knuckle housing A. There we are. Thank you. Right, come on. Part mount, that's it. That's the one. Smack it in there. That one is clearly just... Right, what do we need here? Rear suspension arm B. Okay, now we also need some small bushings, which I don't think I've used any yet. But I've got a stack of them in my backpack here. Rear wheel hub, yes. Oh, we've got another... What's that? Rear shock absorber A. Alright, can't remember any of that. Right, rear. Yeah, see, I'm just going to look at this, and I'm going to go, well, let's buy me a rear shock absorber A. I mean, obviously I can remember that because it's the last thing that I said. And as for the rest of rear suspension arm B, that looks awfully familiar. I think that's one that I need. Yes. It's only 60 quid. I'll keep it in the cupboard if that's not the right bit. Right, mount some stuff. Bang that on. That's good. Yeah, I want that. Small rubber bushing. And the last one is another small rubber bushing. Okay, right, 2 smalls, please. Meanwhile, wait, we can put that back on at least. Probably put this in. No, I thought I bought one of those. Rear wheel hub. Obviously not. Alright, well, there we come. Let's go buy one then. Oh no, where did I leave the computer? It's over here somewhere. Rear wheel hub. Rear wheel hub. That's it. Yes. And then small rubber bushings. No? Let's try bush. No? All. Don't make me break this website. Bushing. Small rubber bushing. Right, okay, let's get 2 of those, although I think I need 3. Let's get 3. They're not expensive, and frankly, I can live having one kicking around for a bit. Right. So it's because I've now deviated from the system that has been serving me mighty fine, while I've been just cracking on earning a bit more wedge. Right, what do you need? You need a small rubber bushing. Well, that's fortunate, because I happen to have one of those. Rear suspension arm A is broken. Right, well, let's go grab that then. Now, with all the parts I've got left over, suspension arm A, rear, susp. Yeah, all the parts I've got left over, I will take all of those to the table, and we'll give them a good hammering, if we can. The majority of parts you can't hammer, because once they've had a good life, they fall apart and they're not fit for service anymore. Sway bar end rear link, sway bar rear end link, sway end rear bar link. I want a sway. Let's start with that. Sway bar rear end link. Yeah, one of them. I need that. I'm going to stick it on my car. So this is where Gav had come in really handy. I go, Gav, sway bar rear end link, mate. I need one of them. Get best price. There's a good lad. Where's it go? It goes in. You had it a minute ago. It's over here, look. There you are. Bang it in there. Terrific. Bolt that sucker in. A spring cap. Yeah, I thought I saw that earlier. That's one that's had it. Rear shock. Yeah, I already bought one of them. Okie dokie. And what's this? That's a rear suspension upper arm. Ooh. And then what do you need? A rubber bushing and a small rubber bushing. Right. Rear suspension upper arm and a small rubber bushing, please. I tell you, with the number of parts that I'm replacing here, this could be quite favourable. Rear suspend. Rear suspension upper. It's bendy. There you go. That's it. What do I need? Small rubber bushing. Small. This is where we get back and discover that actually it was a large rubber bushing you need. Small will not cut it. Rear suspension arm. Nope, you haven't bought one of those yet. It's over here. Look, it's this arch number over the top. Right, yeah. I am sure. Good. Right, okay, what can we put back in here? Rear wheel hub. I have now bought that. Let's whiz it on. Yep. Terrific. Yeah, we'll stick the brake disc back on. And the pads. And the caliper. Yep. Smashing. And then can we get the bearing in as well? Yep. Rear suspension arm is the bit that I need to buy. Rear hub cap. Yeah, I can do that. And then we can stick the wheel on. But I haven't yet finished with this, so I'm going to leave that off. Right. Right, go back into mount. No. Click this. Mount mode. Rear suspension arm and a spring cap. Rear suspension arm and a spring cap. Okie dokie. Arm. Rear suspension. It's just rear suspension arm. I've got the upper arm. That's done. Rear suspension arm. That's the tick. And a spring cap. Spring. Now I think I need I definitely need a spring over the other side, but I'm going to continue trotting back and forth here in my domain in order to ensure I get that right. I have already bought the wrong part at least once. No, rear suspension. I thought I just bought one of those. I definitely bought a spring cap. Right, and then on top of that, you need a rear spring. And that's what's broken. But what did I just buy then? I was about to start talking about how I'm oh so clever so I don't buy the right parts anymore. I bought a rear suspension arm A. Well, we'll keep that because that's in good nick. I need just a rear suspension arm, right? And we want a rear spring while we're at it. Yes, we do. Suspension. Oh, rear suspension arm A. No, just a rear suspension arm. Right? Yeah, you bought the wrong one last time. You bought the A last time, and that's not what you wanted. You pillock. Right, let's do that. Because, you know, we love having spares around here. Right, whiz this on. Really? 3, not 4. Okay. Stick spring in. Rear shock absorber cap. Yeah. Okay, that looks promising. Oh, hold on. What are we missing from here? A rubber bushing. As luck would have it, I've got one that's still viable. Right, let's stick the wheel back on. And then we'll have a look at the parts we've got left over and kind of go, pretty sure that should go somewhere. Yeah, okay, right, let's have a look. Because what we're looking for here is parts that are still viable, because those will be the ones that I haven't stuck back on. But actually, it looks like all of these are busted, apart from my bonus rear suspension arm A that I didn't need to buy. Right, okay, well, that looks promising. Let's have a look at our to-do list here. No, we're not there. Rear shock absorber A, rear shock absorber A, cap, okay, and a part that we have yet to discover. Oh, several parts we have yet to discover. Oh, no. Okay, right. Well, we can deal with that. Let's get in here. Actually, hold on. Let's send the car there first. Move the car. Send the car to the test path, which is another wheel are missing. Oh, you're not wrong. Look. Okay, fine. Yeah. I perhaps should have noticed that as I walked past. Right. Part mount. It's you ain't testing nothing unless you got, you know, everything actually on the car in the first place. There you go. Right, try that again. To the test path. Good. Now, the test path is going to try out the suspension to a... No, it's more for brakes than anything else, but to be honest, if I'm still trying to fish up what what I'm working on here, yes please, then I'll take whatever tests I can do. Right, press and hold the brake. Brakes are pretty reliable. Right. Let's check the rear. Although this will also test me suspension on the jiggle test that we have coming up momentarily. Front wheels on the suspension tester. There you go. See? Jiggling. That's professional jigglage there. Right, okay, it looks like it's going to be at the front rather than the rear, but then the front brakes are also a bit of a shambles. Rear brakes aren't terrific. I don't know, it's very hard to say. Rear suspension, alright, okay, we're missing, 3 rubber bushings are inadequate. Okay, fine. Alright, get me out of here. You, get yourself back on the lift. Well, that's straightforward. If I'm just missing 3 rubber bushings, that's, well, firstly, I don't know, I've got to find them. But, up please. Right, bushing. Right. Now, I'm pretty certain I didn't put dubious bushings back on the vehicle. You're going to need to go up again there, Chief. And you have to click right about there. I don't know why, but that's how you make it go up. Right, okie dokie. Right, let's have a look then. Right, let's go for examine mode. Now, all the green stuff is the bits that I've fixed or are already in good nick. What we're looking for are little flashes of red. And given that we're talking about bushings here, they're not going to show up without a fight. I mean, I could look at the list here. Rear shock absorber A, rear shock absorber A, cap. Okay, I can fix that. Rubber bushing. That's the thing. Is yeah, where though? That's a problem. Is I don't know where they are. I do not want to have to take everything off again. Hold on, there's one. Gotcha. Right, you, come out of it. Right, part, unmount this. Whiz it. Yep. Part, mount. Rip it. Good one, please. Do that. Now, I think that might have been a naff one as well, you know. You don't want... No, hold on. That's because I'm still on mount mode. Yep. What am I taking off here? Well, that was quite a significant piece of removal. Part mount, this one. Yeah. Go. Now, I don't think that was it. And we will now investigate and have a look. Nope. There we are. Still 2 to find. Okay, right. Well, you know, we've only just started this treasure hunt. Now, they might be at the back of the car, but we will eliminate as much of the front as we can before we make a move. This all looks fine, although that's only got a yellow in it. Now, I have to replace these with 77% working or better. So we'll just stick a fresh one in there and see if that does the job. Speak to me. There's one. One left. Okay, right. I see. I put one in that wasn't quite high enough quality. That's on me. Right, okay. Let's go and have a look at the back. Let's go and have a look at the back. The second that we get some, you know, some mental-based control going on over here, is going to help significantly. Examine mode. Right, this sway by has seen better days. Although I am seeing a bit of red here. There it is. You, sir, come with me. Yep. That one. Perfect. Right, good. That should now have us green ticks across the board here. Nope. One more. I thought we'd got it. Never mind. Keep going. Stick on Inspector Gadget mode. Right. Well, as luck will have it. Isn't that the one I just did? Come on. Now, I know I've got a 79 in here, which I think will be good enough. I know, let's consult the shopping list. The 79 is good enough. 79 is good enough. Right, we're already up 700 quid on this, so that's beneficial. Right, rear shock absorber A, rear shock absorber A, rear shock absorber cap. All right, fine. I don't recall it saying which one would, but we know the parts. Shock. Rear shock A. Yep, and a rear shock cap. Just like that. There we are. Because frankly, if we're going to do this, we will go for all the bonus points. Now then, where's the broken one then? Did I take it off? Did it let me drive it without it on? Part mounts. No part. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I have. I've taken it off. Genius. Alright, fine. It did let me jiggle it without that enabled. And there's the shock cap. That should be everything. Let's have a look. Yep, done across the board. That's 1,500 quid bonus. Perfect. Right, let's go and rip it around the track some more and see if that makes any difference to the handling as we perceive it. It might not, but, you know, there's only one way to find out. Yeah, take the Reno Piccolo out for a secondary spin where we shall see if it's worth anything at all. 3, 2, 1, punch it. Oh, really punching it. Let's give it a quick wobble. Yeah. Easy. Oh, we've taken a wrong turn there. Now that was, I think that was down to me because I wanted to try and get very aggressively through there to say, look, see, I don't crash into that every time, but instead I ended up on the grass, which is far from ideal. But hey ho. Here we go. Stick it over the rumbler. Well rumbled. It does feel a little better than it did before, but to be honest, unless it gave you a ghost time, Phantom Driver. Near enough. There we go. As observed, the rear sway bar was a little bit loose, and that's being compounded by the end link. But you know, that's perfectly all right. Certainly, it's enough to get the car out of my garage, and me claiming a reasonable amount of cash. Right, double check. Everything's good. Yep. Pay me. Smashing. Well, that takes me to 12 grand an hour. Oh, I've got a skill point available. How exciting. Right, what's this? That's 100% faster screwing and unscrewing. Okay. The electronic meter. That could be handy. Or the OBD meter scanner. Computer parts things. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, level 2 Eagle Eye for faster part examination. Honestly, I haven't seen the real upside of that yet. I mean, I go around and just kind of scan stuff by eye. Successful repair chance raised to 65%. Well, diagnostics might speed things up a bit, but to be fair, I am pretty adept at just, you know, whizzing stuff off at this point. Skill points available 1 of 6. Oh, you can only store 6 at a time, maybe? I don't know. Very hard to say. Anyway, I'm going to chew on this for a little bit and come up with the best conceivable plan. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I've been Colonel Failure. I'm off for a well-earned brew. And then I shall go for I don't know, bacon and chips at the nearby cafe for lunch. Tune in next time where we will be fixing something else. I will continue to advance forward until we can get a proper project car on the go. Thanks very much for watching. Chuck a like at this one if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't done so already so you don't miss out on the next episode. Yeah, you see, it's always much nicer when I take the time over that stuff, but hey ho, we've done it now. Thanks for watching. Cheerio!